Okay, so this is going to be the weekly reading for July 10th through the 16th, 2023. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. So we are going to cover the astrology first, and then we will go into pulling a tarot spread for each sign. Not each sign, for each element, fire, earth, air, water. The video will be timestamped, so if you're not interested in listening to the astrology portion and just want to go straight into your element, you can do so. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I would love to have you there. And then also like the video, press the little thumbs up. That would really help the video circulate. Since my channel is pretty new, I haven't been posting and creating content for very long. Any likes that I get do help promote the content of the channel throughout YouTube, so I would really appreciate that. And then I'm going to cover the astrology today. I know I don't have the chart. I have it here in front of me. I have the chart and I have my notes, but I'm not showing it to you yet because I still haven't learned how to do that. It's on my to-do list. I will learn it, and at some point I can create astrology videos by themselves using the chart so you can follow along and see what I'm referring to. And then I can, do separate tarot readings because I know not everyone is interested in the astrology or vice versa. So bear with me. Hopefully, you get something out of the astrology portion today because I did spend a little bit of time going through it and writing my notes or typing my notes here. Anything else? I don't think that's everything. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, my information is on the channel. You can just send me an email and we can set something up. I do tarot readings and astrology, and I do work with clients one-on-one right now. So if you're interested in that, I have those services, and we can, just reach out to me and then we can, communicate and set something up. Okay, so let's get started with the astrology. It is 7:22 on a Sunday night, July 9th, 2023 here in Texas. And so it's Central Standard Time. Right now we are in a water trine as we speak. So Mercury in Cancer, trine Neptune in Pisces. And the only reason why I want to bring this up is because if you're catching this tonight and into tomorrow, it's a really perfect time for you to do some manifesting and creative work. Okay, so here we are tapping into our emotions, our sensitivities, and we're being really receptive to our environment. So tapping into a heightened sense of intuition and a heightened sense of sensitivity. We are allowing this part of us to guide us and help us in our decision making or our creative pursuits, creative projects. But more than anything, we're tapping into the unconscious here. Mysticism, the dream world, the astral world. These hidden, watery, fantasy, magical type of topics, right? You might be interested or having conversation around these topics, but if you are the type of person that does elemental magic in any way, or that connects with the earth and, does manifestation work or alchemy or anything like that, however you call it, this is an ideal time because all of that energy is going to be heightened tonight into tomorrow. Mercury is going to bring in the movement of the spell work or the craft work that you are doing, because Mercury has to do with getting from point A to point B, right? So that whole process of moving, communicating, like the back and forth, the dialogue, right? So energetically moving the spell and moving the magic and the intention from point A to point B, which is yourself, and the direction that you want to take your intention toward. And then Neptune bringing in the underworld or the astral realms, like the different dimensions, and tapping into those types of parts of one's unconscious where we actually need to sit, like we need to go into these other dimensions in order to create and do this type of work, if that makes sense, right? Like you can't be completely in the 3D, how can I say, energy You have to sort of go into this like dream state or the 4D in a way, right? In order for you to actually get some work done, especially if you're doing like astral travel or, you know, meditation or anything like that. So I just wanted to bring it up in case anybody was interested in that type of work, because the mysticism and the magic is coming through very strongly here with that Cancer, Pisces, and Neptune, and then Mercury, of course, creating the movement and moving the energy. All right. So the more important part of the astrology is the start of the week. On Monday, Mars enters Virgo, and it will be in Virgo until August 10th, 2023. So here the Mars quality will be enhancing, promoting, asserting, intensifying the Virgo aspects or the Virgo topics. Okay. So when we talk about Virgo, we're thinking about work. We're thinking about routine. We're thinking about being very detail-oriented, task-oriented, having a very critical eye, a judgmental mind. We are striving for perfection here. There's also health and wellness that comes into play. So therefore, we are really taking stock and being critical about what we are intaking or bringing into our body. So this is a perfect time for this month to start a diet, especially if you have any you know, deficiencies or imbalances in your health, with your body. You know, like really thinking about what it is that you're putting into your body that may affect you positively or negatively. And with this Mars energy, it's also going to promote an exercise routine as well, because Mars is that fiery sign, and it does have to, you know, it governs exercise and energy exertion, physical energy. So blending these topics together, Mars and the physical energy, Virgo and the health and the diet and the wellness, right? I do think that it's an ideal time if you are ever thinking about, you know, changing your routine, changing your diet, changing your exercise, you know, routine, or starting one. This is a great time to do so. Yes, it will last exactly 1 month, but 1 month is enough to start a habit, right? So this is a great time to do that. And then since Mars is entering Virgo, of course, we have to look at Mercury, because Mercury is a dispositor here. Mercury rules Virgo, right? So let's take a look at Mercury. Mercury is currently in Cancer, and it is opposing Pluto in Capricorn, retrograde. This is not the easiest aspect to deal with. Okay, so Monday, July 10th, I do think that this energy will be with us Monday, Tuesday. We may be feeling it later on down the month when this comes back into play at some point, but an opposition is not the funnest energy. It's going to bring some sort of repression, some sort of suppression, some denial, some indifference. There's a polarization. There's like a complete opposite, right? Like one, you know, person or group or, you know, mindset or something like that is on one side, and then you have the complete opposite on the other, and there is no seeing eye to eye. You know, it just creates tension here, right? Because Cancer is in play, Mercury in Cancer is in play, there's going to be some sort of emotional outburst here around Pluto and Capricorn topics, which are things that are beneath the surface, things that are unspoken, things that are unseen, from the unconscious. Okay, so Mercury bringing in that communication, Cancer bringing in the emotion, right? Emotional communication. So therefore there's some vulnerability, there's some uncomfortability, because we are bringing something up to the surface that we don't really talk about, we don't really look at. Depending on how this plays out, it will look different, right? Depending on where this aspect is in your birth chart. But I did write hard truth or truth hurts, so something along that line. But all in an effort to release and to get something off your chest or to come clean about something. to transform or transmute a situation, right? With that Pluto energy. So yeah, so just want to watch out for that, the beginning of the week. And then we go into Tuesday, July 11th, and we have Mercury entering Leo. So finally Mercury gets out of Cancer. So as we think about communication and our thought process, our dialogue between ourselves and others, I mean, Mercury has to do with technology and, you know, transportation and all that good stuff. But I mean, that's too much information for me to go into at this point. But when you think about Mercury, we're thinking about communication and logic and the thought process. So finally it's coming out of Cancer. Before it was like all the communication was about emotion and feeling. Okay, now it's going to bring a sense of like dynamic, fiery, charisma, vitality here, youthful in a way. People will be more confident in expressing themselves. You may find yourself or others being more dramatic when they're communicating as well. Especially the fire signs will have some opportunity for public speaking or doing some type of facilitating work as well. So there's a feeling of being on stage, storytellers, having a high sense of self-worth as well when you are in surrounding yourself with other people, or other people surrounded in your environment, something like that. Like you're going to see more confidence and a higher sense of worth coming forth from others. And then just overall dynamic. What else? We are looking at the sun in Cancer still, because Leo is ruled by the sun. Where is the sun? The sun is in Cancer at this time. However, it's in the late degrees. So this Mercury in Leo placement will last until July 29th. So for half of that time, the sun will be in Leo as well at some point. So it's only going to emphasize all of the topics that I just spoke about. Let's see. So that is, we're still talking about the 11th. On the 11th, we also have Mercury in Leo square the moon in Taurus. So here there may be conversations. What is this, Tuesday? I'm getting my days mixed up. Yeah, Tuesday the 11th. So there may be conversations here about, yeah, just speaking from the heart, being a little vulnerable, showing up pretty authentically with someone. Just because that communication here, right, in Leo, it's going to come from the heart. Leo is the sign that rules that space, rules the heart, like being open and vulnerable and authentic. Then the moon in Taurus will conjunct Jupiter in Taurus at some point Tuesday night. So you want to be careful Tuesday night. It's going to be super fun. I think Tuesday is going to be fun in general, because finally Mercury gets out of Cancer, goes into Leo. Everybody's having a great time. So you want to take advantage of that. But you just want to be careful, because the same day Moon in Taurus will come together with Jupiter in Taurus. And here we are thinking of Taurus things like pleasure, using the senses, which includes like food and aesthetic and, a beautiful environment, but spending money. With Jupiter, it's going to want to enhance it. Jupiter is going to be like, yes, let's go big, like go big or go home, right? And, in the Taurus themes of all of the stuff that, the Venusian Taurian energy likes, all of that stuff costs money. So you want to be careful with going too overboard here, especially because Venus is in a close square to this Jupiter moon in Taurus energy. And Venus is retrograde right now. Like Venus is not even doing very well at this time. So you just want to be careful, because she's not blessing the money spending. So Jupiter is like, yeah, let's just do it. We'll care about it later. Venus is like, okay, well, you figure that out, because right now, like, I am not at my full capacity, so I can't help you if you spend too much, right? Because she is retrograde, if that makes sense. So you just want to be careful with the spending and just going too hard, or like, yeah, on Tuesday. And I think by Wednesday, you're probably coming off the party, you know, like however you were living it up on Tuesday. And it's just like, okay, like I'm done. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to, you know, just focus on myself and, you know, get comfy and cozy. And, you know, it's very private, this energy. It's moon in Taurus, sextile sun in Cancer. So here we're bringing a sense of the home and private life. So you just probably want to stay home and chill for that day on Wednesday. We also have a moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So here the moon in Taurus and Uranus are going to come together exact on Wednesday. And there may be a little bit of an emotional instability around something that you feel secure of. So for instance, there could be some home issues, money issues, resources of some sort, something that you value, but it's like an emotional reaction. It's like a little anxiety, I would say. Like you're going to have a little anxiety. And maybe it was, you know, for some people, they went all out on Tuesday when Mercury went into Leo, and the moon met up with Jupiter, and, you know, maybe the next day they regret it, right? So you don't want to go too hard on Tuesday that you are regretting some of your decisions that you made by Wednesday. And then Thursday, we finally get out of this Taurus energy. We go into Gemini energy, finally bring in some of that air aspects. So the moon in Gemini will meet up with Mercury in Leo, which is great here because Mercury rules Gemini. So we want to be social, we want to share, we want to relate to others. The mutable signs will probably be feeling this more so, which is the Virgo, the Gemini, the Sagittarius, and the Pisces. Thursday, July 14th. We have the sun in Cancer coming into contact with Uranus in Taurus. Here, there was a similar conversation that Uranus was making with Mercury this past weekend on Friday, this past Friday. So I think that there's going to be a revision of that conversation now that the sun is meeting up at the same place that Mercury was a week before. So if you did have a conversation or an interaction with someone a week prior that pretty much surprised you, took you by surprise, like it just caught you off guard, like something like that, there may be some awareness, some illumination around that topic, that subject, that interaction, that moment coming on the 14th, which is Friday. So it's like making sort of a full circle from that day. I think it was like a week prior, actually a week. So if you did have that type of energy where, you know, again, it was surprising and it caught you off guard, if it was a situation, circumstance, or conversation that caught you off guard, by Friday, things will come full circle around that situation, and you will see something about that just coming into play and realizing something about that situation. And then Saturday, here we are getting ready for the new moon in Cancer that happens on Monday, but the moon will already ingress into Cancer by Friday night. And yeah, I mean, here we're just going to go into the Cancer themes of home, family, love, stability, security, protection, feminine ideas, feminine aspects, your mother, your children. And this is a really good time to start thinking about what you want to start or what you want to initiate with that new moon coming through. Moon in Cancer does do a sextile to Mars in Virgo on Friday, so you may have some energy to get things done on Saturday. So there's like some enthusiasm or just a heightened sense of energy to get something done, right? With that Virgo energy, you may want to do some organizing, some cleaning, get into some type of detailed work to fix something. So you're going to have like an emotional push, an emotional feel that is going to push you to be like, hey, like I've been wanting to fix this forever, like I'm gonna do that today. Or I've been wanting to organize my cabinets, I'm gonna do that today, like something like that. I do feel it has to do with some work, work around the home. And then July 16th, which is Sunday, the same moon in Cancer will come and meet up Jupiter in Taurus. So here we are wanting to do it all over again and overindulge in our senses, spending some money, going out, eating, drinking, feeling optimistic. It's a sextile to Jupiter, so it's like friends, like best friends, like the moon in Cancer, best friends with Jupiter and Taurus. It's like, yes, let's go live it up. Let's go feel, Earth in some way, right? Like use our senses in some way. So again, you just want to be careful that you don't go overboard with that Jupiter energy. It just feels like a really good day on Sunday, like feeling really optimistic. Overall really good energy and attitude that this sextile conversation is bringing. And yeah. So that's about it for the week. I think that the beginning of the week will be a lot busier than the end of the week because we have these bigger placements and bigger aspects happening. In the beginning, Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday, we are relaxing. And then by the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, especially Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are just sort of feeling really good. And I don't know, just living it up, I guess, in a way. Just want to watch. There's 2 days here where Jupiter is, coming really strongly. So, again, I just want to emphasize that you can go overboard here. And if you want to go overboard, but if you're in a situation where you can't, right, and this energy is going to make you think like, it's okay, the universe got my back, like I'll figure it out later. You just want to be careful because later, right, might not come as you want it to come, right? So some things to think about. Anyway, yeah, that was a lot. I know it was a lot. If you have feedback around it, let me know how I can do that better and, go through the astrology in a more effective way. But anyway, I'm going to press pause and take a little break before I start the tarot readings. I will be right back. Okay, so we're starting with fire. So we are welcoming in all the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is the energy for the week for the fire signs, please? Going into the personal energy, then the environment, and then getting details about the rest of the week, as we always do here. All right, fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, please. What can we expect for the week of July 10th through July 16th? Personal energy, please. Okay, so we have the World. So there's an opportunity to complete something, to complete a cycle of some sort. You have the option, I feel, to be done with it or do another go around. Got the Four of Wands. This could have to do with something around the home, with people in the home, your close circle. I'm feeling for some of you that you have recently done some work on your social circle. So it's like some of you have, how can I say, like decided, I don't know why it's coming through this way, but like decided who stays and who goes type of thing. So it's like, these are my type people. These are the people I could trust. These are my important people. And maybe you're just like analyzing that, like everybody that's around you, like who can you trust, who can you depend on compared to the ones that you can't. So there's like a image of like creating a small circle and bringing in the people that you want in the circle, and then the rest of them are outside of that circle, if that makes sense. I don't know how that plays out for you. It could play out in different ways, but that's the feeling I'm getting around this. What is in the environment for the fire sign, please? Yeah, there's people involved here. You're probably dealing with a lot of people this week. So you're probably just being really selective about who you're working with, who you're hanging out with, who you're communicating and socializing with, who you're allowing in your home. You have the Four of Cups in your environment. So either you or someone in your environment doesn't feel very energetic right now or this week. There's a feeling of being like let down or not interested in something. What else, please? For the environment, for the fire signs. One more card. Ooh, two more cards. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups. And then the Emperor flew out. So here's a fire energy. Usually it is the Mars Aries energy, but I do feel that the Sagittarius and the Leo also, like just in general, the fire signs are coming off really strong this week in their power, in their authority, like directing the show. I think I said that last week too, but very authoritative, very powerful, in control. In the environment, someone, like I said, there's a lack of energy here, lack of drive, a lack of motivation. Someone wants to leave a situation. Someone isn't happy in their current situation. However that is. That could be a work situation. That could be home. They're not happy with where they live. They're not happy in their relationship. They're not happy, with the... I still feel the social dynamic with their, groups of people. They're not happy with the circumstance. There's just someone is not satisfied. It could be you or someone else. And there's a need to go and find what will satisfy them and what will make them happy. Okay, let's go into the week. What is coming through for the fire signs for this week? Let's go into the beginning of the week, please. Who is hurt and why? Someone's hurt. Someone's heartbroken. Someone, like I said, not satisfied, wanting to get out of a situation. There's a broken heart here. There's a sense of loss. Someone got bad news. Here's the Four of Wands again. So you have a repeating card. Something about that same like social circle or something. I don't know. Maybe some of you did get in an argument or something like that with someone that you were close with. You're trying to control your emotions at the beginning of the week around a shitty situation that just happened with other people. So I don't know what that is. Remember did I speak about that? Shoot, I didn't. Well, today, Sunday, there's a really harsh aspect with Mars and Pluto. This is happening Sunday night, so going into Monday. So there could have been, at the beginning of the week, a sense of like an argument or tension between you and another person. So at the beginning of the week, you're coming out of that and you're controlling and having better yeah, like controlling your emotions around this situation and trying to turn them into something positive here. Trying to heal. It does feel like you start the week and you're trying your best to either ignore or just put aside this hurtful, heartbreaking energy. Like, put it aside. I'll deal with it later. You know, like, I need to be in control and aligned with myself, right, as much as I can. And I'm going to be focused on the things that make me happy, the things that I find to be positive and optimistic. And, you know, I really need to focus on the people that are close, the people that I can trust. And that's what I was feeling from the beginning, right? Which is, I see that you are being selective about the people who are staying in the circle and the people who you are sort of pushing out of the circle. What else, please, for the fire signs? Let's go into midweek. Your home will come into play at the beginning of the week. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So by the middle of the week, you are needing to make a decision, but you don't have all of the information you need. So you're finding some sort of clarity somehow by reevaluating and going back and like putting all the cards on the table. So there's a situation here that has come up that needs some reevaluating, needs a second look. Middle of the week, there's like a missing element or something that you miss, something you have to refer back to for some reason, probably to make a more informed decision. There's a opportunity or a circumstance that is coming up midweek where you have to make an informed decision, and you need to go to something that you recently completed or got done and look through it again. Give it a second look in order to find the truth and in order to make your decision, whatever that means. By going through something, by giving something a second look, by reevaluating, by reassessing something, that's where you will find your answer. So if you're having trouble with finding an answer or making a decision of some sort, this is your indicator telling you you need to go back, take a second look at something, reassess it, reevaluate it, and you'll find your answer. Let's go into the end of the week, please, for the fire signs. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, it's a little stubbornness, a little rigidity, and the Nine of Cups. I don't know, there's like something you really want to do by the end of the week. Like, it'll fulfill your heart, it'll satisfy you in some way. It'll be sort of this like fun time. I'm hearing go big or go home again. Be careful with that Jupiter energy that I was talking about, but it's like you need to preserve your resources, save your energy, save your money, be very selective of it. Again, like, you know, with the Nine of Cups, I do feel like it always does remind me of that Jupiter feeling of like a little bit of like blind faith in the universe that you can spend this money and, you know, it'll be okay. Sometimes that is, especially with you Sagittarians, right? But I mean, sometimes it's not. So just be careful. I don't know your situation, but it does seem like that. Like, there's a need to like be really fun and enthusiastic and go out and, you know, like really, like, look, there's like gold bowls there, you know, like she's basking in gold and I don't know, whatever. But yeah, like, you got to be tight with that money and with your energy and not go all out. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting for you for the week. Yeah, I'm not going to do long readings this time around, just because I recently did a lot of zodiac readings, and I'm still in the process of doing some. So we're just looking at a week anyway. So I hope you got something from that reading for the fire signs. All right, let's go into the next element, which is Earth. So we are welcoming in the Earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What is coming through for the week for the Earth signs, please? Start off with your personal energy. Then we'll go into your environment and get some details around the week dynamics. Earth, 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 Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do we got for this week, please? Taurus playing a big role here this week. There's a few days where the moon will be in Taurus, so you may be feeling this week more than most. And then, of course, we have Virgo coming through with Mars going into Virgo. And Mercury, your ruler, playing a huge part in this Pluto opposition. So Virgo may also be going through it as well. Yeah. So there you have the Tower for the Earth signs. Personal energy. You're taken back by surprise. What else for the personal energy for the Earth sign, please? There's something that comes through this week that surprises you, or you are being the surprise to others. It's a shock factor. You may be showing up differently than what you are used to, than what others are used to. So there's an element, because you are showing up differently, there's an element of attention. Right? Like getting attention, like people watching. Two of Cups. So this is a relationship here. So there may be a new relationship or a surprising moment as it relates to you and another in a romantic situation. Here's the Taurus energy, the Hierophant. There's commitment in your environment, or an opportunity for commitment in your environment. There's also Three of Cups. So you have the Two of Cups going into the Three of Cups. Then you have the Devil, Capricorn card. You're surprising someone. You're surprising someone. You're surprising your other person somehow this week. If it's because this is your personal energy, or you may be surprised by someone. Someone may take you off guard or catch you off guard, or, you know, like you may see a certain side of a person that you didn't see before, and it surprises you. There is communication, there is connection here between you and another after this Tower moment, after this surprising moment. Or you may hear from somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, which surprises you. Or you may be reaching out to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while, which surprises them. However, there is still an emotional dialogue, emotional connection, emotional bond, emotional, energetic, back and forth situation with another person. And there is commitment involved here as well in your environment. So there's an opportunity for something to materialize in the 3D, for like stability and security of some sort. You may be in your environment, you may hear of, or you may be going through it, like a two people coming together, like getting married or being engaged, or, you know, because the Three of Cups has to do with people. It's the people card. And the Hierophant, like at its basic type of level, is commitment. Okay? It is contracts. It could be institutions, so school, work, business, place of work, right? Like buildings, something like that, involved with a lot of people here. There is celebration also with the Three of Cups. So you're celebrating some sort of commitment. You're celebrating something that you signed, like a contract that you signed, something like that. The Hierophant rules Taurus, so there's an element of value and material and money and all of that. So you may be celebrating something that you just received. Maybe you just came into some money, or, you know, maybe you got a raise or something like that. But there's a celebratory energy with it. If we are talking about your personal energy and the environment, like blending them together, this totally feels like a surprise relationship. A surprise person coming through, or you surprising a person, you guys hitting it off, and then there's like, it goes serious. It gets serious, and it's like feel good, you know, like this is aligned, this is harmonious with the Three of Cups. Okay, let's go into the week. What is coming up at the beginning of the week for the earth signs, for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, please. The Wheel, there's change. The Page of Pentacles, I often see this particular card in this deck as a small Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Wheel, Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. There's an opportunity for you to do something that you've been wanting to do lately at the beginning of the week. You start the week and there's opportunity, like right from the get-go. Some kind of opportunity that has to do with some sort of monetary value, some sort of something of value, but it's in the new stages. It's in the idea stages. So that's what I'm saying, something that you've been wanting, or wanting to get started, or wanting to do. There's an opportunity for that to happen. If you want this opportunity, I'm feeling strongly that you have to prioritize it. Because there may be other things in your life this week, especially at the beginning, that are coming up that are also like responsibilities that you need to do. But if this is something that you really have been wanting, and so the opportunity is telling you, like I feel strongly right now, that in order for you to grab it and actually like do something with it, you have to prioritize it amongst the rest of your responsibilities that you have at the beginning of the week. Because if you don't do that, you might lose the opportunity. Okay? Midweek, please, for the earth signs. Ace of Cups, here's more love. Midweek, you have an emotional opportunity, emotional connection. You are feeling loved. You are feeling like loving. Something like that. Let's see what else comes through. Eight of Pentacles. What is that? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You found love at work. Beware of that situation. Anyway, maybe your work environment allows it. I don't know. You find love at work, or there's something that you've been working on that you really love. There's a sense of just being in the heart, okay? Like being connected to your emotions. If there's another person involved here, there is connection, an emotional connection. Something that you've been working on is coming through. I'm not getting too much from the Eight of Pentacles, just the fact that this is the work card. But there's transformation here happening midweek between like love and work, maybe like your love life, your work life. it's like because we're only talking about a week span here, right? So it's not like a big reading or a long period of time. But it's like you need to change something up midweek as it relates to your love life and your work life. And it may go into taking advantage of this opportunity. Like you need to prioritize something. Let's just say that the thing that you've been wanting, the opportunity for a connection with somebody or meeting up with somebody or having conversation with somebody comes up. But you have to work, right? So the Death card is here and it's saying like, okay, you need to change it up. You need to change something in your daily routine, or it could be vice versa, which will allow you to prioritize the opportunity. It could also be that you have an opportunity to see work and love like differently. It could be an opportunity to transform how you feel about work as well. But there's a change as it relates to something about work, something about love, your emotional feeling topics here. Love what you do what you love. Could be also something like thinking of like, is this what I love? Like as it relates to your work, right? Like, am I passionate about it? Is it, I don't know. There's something like that as well. Love what you do what you love. At the end of the week, you have Strength and the Six of Pentacles. So the Strength is bringing in some of this Leo energy, but it's also allowing us to show up a little bit more authentically from the heart. Yeah, like to provide others with like something of value from the heart though, like not material. How can I say this? Like it just feels like you're focusing on the things and the people that, or your surroundings or circumstances or opportunities, whatever, that allow you to be vulnerable, that allow you to be authentic, right? Like you're looking at these parts of your lives, like where do I feel the most like me? Where do I feel like, you know, wherever I go, I won't be judged. I won't be criticized. I will be accepted. I feel accepted, especially with the Six of Pentacles here as well. Like taking a look at some of this stuff here. And also being brave enough. Like even if you don't know if you will be accepted or not, and it could be something dealing with other people, it's taking the chance, again with this opportunity, taking the chance, taking a risk, something like that. But the Six of Pentacles has to do with the give and take and the fairness around that as well. You know, like, are you giving as much as you're getting, or vice versa? What else here for the earth sign, please? Ooh. So you have the King of Swords. At the end, by the end of the week, you are super powerful. I just want to say, like, it feels super powerful here, especially with these two cards coming out together. It's like, I know what I want. Like, there is no doubt whatsoever. There's something about this opportunity. Maybe you dabbled into the opportunity midweek and it just sort of changed something that you saw with this Death Rebirth card, or how it changed how you felt about something that relates to the heart space, the love space, and the work space in some way. And you're just like, I am sure. Like, this is exactly what I want. This is how I want it. You know, like whatever, however that is, right? Like however that shows up. And you've made up your mind. You made your decision. You are in control, very clear-minded. So the end of the week looks great. I mean, your week looks great, actually. So hopefully it works out, whatever this is, and you prioritize this opportunity. I think that's the biggest deal here to think about. is whatever the opportunity is, like just to make sure that you don't let it run by, because that did come through pretty heavily. So, and it could surprise you, it could take you by surprise, and of course it could involve another person. So let me know in the comments, earth signs. I am curious to know your situation. Thank you so much. I hope you were able to gain something out of that. Let's move into the next element, which is going to be air. Okay. Okay. All right, air. What does the week have to bring for the air signs, please? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's talk about the week of July 10th through July 16th for the air signs. Let's go into the personal energy for the air signs, please. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. What is the personal energy for the air signs for this week coming up, please? Seven of Cups. So there's some options here. Trying to make a decision. It's a lot of things that you may have on your plate right now. I'm also feeling, and you're like choosing which is the best route, which is the best way to go. Six of Wands. You're gonna get some attention this week, air signs. What is this about? Let's go into the environment. So there's emotion. Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, options, and attention. You may be getting attention from several people. In your environment, you have the King of Swords. There's a person in your environment who is pretty clear, pretty strong. They certainly have a presence in your environment for sure. Whoa. This is a person in your environment. I don't know if it's you or not. Hold on, my eyes are burning. Someone really strong is coming through in your environment this week, air signs. Strong presence, strong energy, very authoritative, very clear-minded. Has a like they're here to do something. They're clear on what they need to do. There is no budging around what they need to do. Like whatever reason they're coming through in your environment. It could be an authoritative figure. It could be someone who just has more experience. But they're the type that likes to take control of a situation. I don't know if they're the ones that are giving you the attention this week. They're presenting you with some sort of option here. I don't know if you know this person or not. They're helping to alleviate, am I saying that right? Alleviate? They're helping to like bring down some tension. They're helping you with a stress point that you had. They're helping you with like just chilling out and feeling comfortable and safe around them. Okay, there's something like that with this card that showed up with the Emperor. So it's like you can relax now. I'm here. Something like that. Like I got it. I got it under control. You know, like I know what you need, or I know what the circumstance needs. Something like that. Like you can depend on me. You can trust me. You need to chill. You need to rest. You need to not stress. You need to take a break. Like, you know, there's somebody coming through that has that type of energy. And it does feel like, you know, with all the attention that you're getting, that there may be a little bit of like, they're here for you. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like they're here for you, you know. You can depend on them. There's something that they're offering you. There's something they're doing for you. Let's go into more detail for the week, please, for the air signs. I mean, I don't know. You'll know who this is. There's no like second guessing that energy. Like people like that don't show up every day. So whoever that is in your life, like you don't have to second guess it. You'll know who it is. They're strong presence. They know what they want. They're assertive, direct. They may be a little quiet. Yes. They may be observant and like cool. You know, like they take things cool. Because they're in control of their emotions and they're super confident. Like they don't have anything to worry about. They don't stress. They don't, you know, that's not their type of energy. Like they can handle anything that comes their way. They have a very clear, analytical, they're probably really quick with their responses or their communication when they speak. But not to the point where they're like chatty. They're not chatty, but when they do speak, they get to the point and they deliver the message very well. I'm just trying to give you some sort of detail as to like who this type of person is in your life, whoever comes across that way. There's passion. If the King of Swords by himself, or guy or girl, male or female, they may not be too passionate. But because the Emperor is here and the Emperor's role is a fire sign, it's a fire quality, there's a sense of passion and intensity here. Maybe a little intimidating as well. But you have your guard up at the beginning of the week for some reason. What are you protecting? What are you guarding here? You're observing as well. You're learning something at the beginning of the week. You're like engulfed in some sort of academic pursuit, or you're learning something that you don't want to be distracted. Yeah, there's like an independent solo quality at the beginning of the week. You're working on something. Like you don't need distraction. You don't need anyone to come in and like want to help you, or you know, like ask like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you know, can I help? Like blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm doing this on my own. You're protecting your energy, preserving your energy. You're being selective. But yeah, like you're very much in your elements as far as like the intellectual, the academic. You're probably learning something around something that you find very valuable that can make you some money in some way. By midweek though, something happens with the information that you've been able to gather at the beginning of the week that has you second guessing this project or this idea of some sort. And I don't know if that's when this person comes in that's like, hey, let me help you with this. Like maybe you finally allow help. If you're too rigid and you're too like protective and defensive, and this person is trying to come in to help or something like that, I'm just saying that you may be working harder not smarter. Okay? So I understand that there are times where we want to do something on our own, and it's to prove a point to ourselves, or maybe that's your learning style, like, you know, doing something by yourself and, you know, getting your hands dirty in the thing without the assistance of other people or whatever. But I do think that if you're too rigid in that and you really like don't allow assistance or feedback or something from other people, you may find yourself working harder and not smarter. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is like, she's a leader, and you know, when she comes through, it's understanding what your strengths are and what your faults are. And wherever your faults are, I understand that you may be wanting to learn more around the areas of opportunity that you have, but as a leader, you create a team, and your team consists of the people that do the things that you don't do very well, right? When you're creating a team, you're looking at different skill sets that you need to bring a project together, and this could be work or not, okay? This helps and works with different facets of life. But when you're creating something and you need people to help, you know your faults, you know where you don't shine, you know what your strengths are and what they are not. So you need to bring people in that are strong in the areas that you're not. So it just seems at the beginning you may be wanting to do something on your own, and you're working harder, not smarter, and that by midweek you become aware of that, or someone comes in and steps in and say, hey, like, you know, this is how you need to do it. You need to talk to so-and-so because so-and-so knows how to do that, right? Like, you can get this done, you know, in a day compared to a month if you keep going at the rate that you're going. Something like that. But it just starts to get like really messy, confusing. It's like information overload. And then it just starts to create a burden, and like you get tired, you know, midweek. All right, what's next? What's coming through at the end of the week for the earth sign, air signs, please? I feel my voice is starting to get scratchy. So you have the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So by the end of the week, yeah, it just feels like you want to be done. You want to be done with this thing that you've been working on all week. It's probably going to be like a long week of working on the same project or the same thing. I'm telling you, go to this person. They have what you need. By the end of the week, you are moving away from the mental and the energetic depletion. Looks like you want to have a good time. You want to meet up with some friends, be a little social. I think the end of the week causes for something like that, right? Like, I think I spoke to something like that about being social. But you just want to, like, you know, get away from the busyness that you just went through and just sort of chill, pretty much. And then with this 4 of Swords that came through earlier as this one-off card, yeah, there's rest here. Just seems like for the air signs, you start off strong and you go hard at the beginning, and then by the end of the week, you're just ready to chill. Some of you may be socializing and having a good time with others, but some of you just may be going into rest and rejuvenation mode. But yeah, I don't know whoever that is and how they're coming into play, but just watch out for them. You won't miss them. They will be very present in your environment, and they will be providing you with some type of attention and giving you some type of options. Okay, so let's go into the element of water. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is the weekly energy for July 10th through July 16th for the element of Cancer? For the element of water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, please. Water element for the week. What is their personal energy this week, please? Jeez. 7 of Pentacles. So there is some evaluating and analyzing and looking into some details and putting your cards on the table and filtering through them. What's important, what's not. What else, please? 4 of Cups, 5 of, what is it? Wands? I'm losing my mind already. It's been a long video. Okay. Let's sit into it. Water energy. All right. So you have the 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. So you are not interested. You're not interested. You're not satisfied. There's some people in your environment that are just not on the same page. You're not aligned with them. And it's just like, I'm sort of over that. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to look at what I have going on. At this moment, it does feel like you are not satisfied with something, which causes you to sort of reassess your life in a way. Since this is just one weekly reading, for the most of you, it's not like a big deal, right? But it's just like, it makes me feel like you are not satisfied with something, therefore you are going to put your energy into something else, basically. What's in the environment, please? I'm getting distracted. You may be distracted, water sign. You may have a lot of like things in your peripherals that you are focusing on at different times of the week. In your environment, you have the Strength card. So there's a need, something in your environment, there's a need to be strong, have courage, come from the heart, be honest, be true. Ooh. In your environment, there's big energy. What is that? Some situation is going to play itself out, okay? I don't know if you have a lot to do with it, like as far as do you have to put like work into it or something like that. Like it just looks like trust in yourself, trust in your intentions. Like you know what your intentions are. That's what I'm feeling, like intentions. And you're coming from a authentic, loving, heartfelt place. Therefore, the outcome will match that, right? Because justice is karmic. So there is something this week playing itself out, and you are seeing the outcome of a situation where you came from good intentions, okay? If it's not you, it's someone coming from good intentions, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm picking up strongly on the good intentions of someone. And because someone had good intentions, you know, the outcome or the play out of the situation will be all right. I do feel that there's a lot of people involved, or, you know, there's others involved here again, people not being on the same page. And that's okay. I mean, that happens, you know. So it's just you following your own path, following your own heart, being really strong in who you are. Always making sure throughout this week, it's important when you engage with other people. This is super important. When you engage with other people this week, come from an honest, authentic place. No masks, no hiding, no pretending. Because there's a karmic element here. You don't want to, I mean, the justice comes out like, it's like, okay, I can't play around, or I can't, you know, like, you need to take it seriously because your intentions. Ooh, the justice came out again there. Did you see that? Just saying to watch your intentions this week. Make sure you're coming from a good place. And there's someone in your environment that needs to do the same. All right, you have the Hierophant at the beginning of the week with the Ace of Wands. So there's passion here. The fire element coming through with the Hierophant. So it's like I am excited for a commitment. I am excited for something that has to do with, what is this? Like, because the Hierophant has to do with contracts, commitments, and I think I already said this in one of the readings about like institutions. So it could be place of business, it could be school, it could be like medical. I'm feeling medical, but enthusiasm around something like that. Maybe some of you are starting school. Maybe some of you are, you know, getting applying to different schools or applying to jobs or something like that, getting accepted. There's enthusiasm, positivity, passion, intensity here. It's like going the next level, like raising up your maturity, raising up your vibration, you know, like maybe there's promotion here as well of some sort, or giving some type of higher responsibility, or being seen like as more of an expert in your field of some sort, or having an opportunity to do so, to showcase your skills in some way. What else for the water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, please. I'm also feeling a sense of like therapy, but like holistic therapy, or like something with the new age. Like maybe you're getting into a new modality of therapy, like I don't even know all of them, so I'm the worst person to even like give examples. But as an example, like the most basic would be like yoga, you know, like maybe you are like getting passionate and enthusiastic around some sort of like new age topic, but it's not necessarily a topic like something that you read on, you know, for the sake of learning. It's for the sake of doing, like changing your vibration or balancing your chakras, or I don't know, Reiki, like, you know, like these types of healing modalities, basically. Breath work, meditation. You know, those are very basic, but you may be like just enthusiastic about something like that. What else is coming through for the water signs, please? Ooh, attention. Water signs are getting attention this week. Who had this placement? I don't know. One of the other earths, one of the other elements had this card in this place. So there is indecision here. So beginning of the week, you are entertained and enthusiastic, and maybe you are being entertained, or you are entertaining. But you are definitely going to get some attention. There's going to be some passion here. Midweek, you have a decision to be made. A King of Swords is coming through. I need to slow down. I feel like I'm rushing. It's probably the Red Bull. Anyway, Let's backtrack a little. All right, everything I said. However, you may be getting some attention that has to do with some type of commitment with another person. You may be celebrating a commitment or something that just gets a little bit more serious with another person here. I don't know if this is the same person or not, but midweek, a King of Swords comes through. He or she is very clear-minded. And I'm hearing the word dedicated. I don't know what that means, but clear-minded, and their approach is very direct, very assertive, but in a calm way, not too passion-like, although he or she can have a little bit of passion behind it just because it's so close to this Ace of Wands. But there's some sort of decision that needs to be made around this King of Swords here. So they may be asking you to make a decision of some sort. If this is you this week, water sign, you're coming off as someone who's pretty clear. So it's interesting because someone so clear-headed who cannot make a decision, who is in lack mentality, that doesn't make sense. This person is usually on top of their shit. Mentally, they don't allow their feelings to distract them. They don't even allow their thoughts to distract them. They are cool, calm, and collected. They've mastered how to calm their nervous system. They've mastered how to be aligned with themselves and their thoughts. So usually because of that, the decisions and the moves that they make are always right for them. They're always true to them and true to a situation. This is the king with the weapon. This is the king with the sword. This is truth. The swords are truth, okay? So, or there's concepts of truth with the swords. But they are bringing, either they're bringing this to you, like they're presenting you with an opportunity to make some sort of decision. And it's causing you to go into this like self-worth, like lack of self-worth with the pentacles here. And like just not having all of, like you feel like you cannot make a decision because there's some trauma coming through, underlining here. So if you're projecting and you're saying like, I don't know because of whatever surface level reason, that's not true. It's coming from a lack of self-worth. Just so you know, if you are presented with something like this and you listen to this message and you took it seriously. What is at the end of the week for the water signs, please? Page of Swords. There's communication. There's messages. What else at the end of the week? Ooh. You don't trust also. There's a self-worth situation and also a lack of trust situation. And then you have the High Priestess. Follow your intuition. Okay? Whatever happens, connect with your higher self. What does this devil want? What is this devil doing here? There's communication, very passionate, very intense, very alluring. I don't know if it's this king that's coming through like that. His charm may be that he is, or he or she is cool, like the cool girl, the cool guy. There's some intention. Like I feel they are giving you some, I'm feeling it. Like I feel like they're giving you some type of anxiety. Like it's like, I don't know. Like you're just like, I don't know. Like I don't know what to do in front of this person. Like they make you just jumpy and I don't know. I guess it's like the alluring, charming part of the devil mixed with the King of Swords energy here. But it's coming as a surprise, for sure. You may receive a message from someone that surprises you. They may want to, you know, have a conversation or meet up with you or something like that. Whatever you do, one, yes, follow your intuition. But two, remember the authenticity, okay? Try your best with that. Have good intentions, come from a good place, and let the karmic energy of this situation play itself out, as long as you're coming from a true, authentic place and being true to yourself, okay? But your weekend and the end of your week may be packed with passion and some type of surprise here. So yeah, I mean, you're getting attention at the beginning of the week too. It's just that middle phase that you feel like a little anxious. So work on the low self-worth here. Show up, have a strong heart, whatever happens, whatever you decide. With this anxiety around making a decision, just go to your higher self. Okay, you'll get your answers there. Alrighty. Well, I so appreciate you for watching this video. I don't know if I will continue to do the weekly readings like this. It just depends on the type of traffic I get from this video once I post it. Last week I did a video like this and it didn't get as much hits as the ones where I broke them out element by element. I just didn't want to do that this time around because there was so much astrology to cover and I didn't want to do that in each video. So once again, I'm new to creating content and I am just, you know, learning at this point. So hopefully you follow me on the channel, subscribe to the channel, follow me through this journey of YouTube and, you know, just getting my content and my channel to get better and better as we go along and we move forward. But yeah, give me some feedback. Let me know your situations. I don't know, I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Thank you again for all of your time, all of your energy in listening to this video, to these readings. I hope you have an awesome week. And check out your love readings. I'm doing the love reading series. Some of those are posted. I'm not done with those. I'll be working on those throughout the week as well, where we do a little check-in in the love and romance department. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time. Thank you.